Baby Alago. Um, it is another wonderful night, and it is glad to have you on tonight's edition of your program, Men on Court on Western Spring Television. This is a program where we talk about the male folks, and you can see the men are seated. Though I just said, Uriye Baby Alago. That was why I came in with. I know you heard that, and I have to say that.
I'm up by the lane show.
No problem. Your head like Baby
well with
Alago.
No problem.
Yes, because you have wala. I don't know. There's wala in your blood. All
I
right, in print.
portable.
Seriously. And
okay.
whether you go to Kwara. No, you go to Kwara.
You will go to Kwara.
If I go to Kwara, it's Kwara bag. Yes, Kwara bag. You're welcome on the show tonight.
Thank you very, very much. Good evening, ladies.
How's it been? The week, the Easter celebration,
man.
and
the week
everything.
Has been great. The week has been awesome. The week started on a good note and it's still going on a very good note. So I'm enjoying the week so far.
I know you enjoy it now. I kill Jesus. No problem.
Get joys.
Thank God, say you wake, you are raising. No, you are rise. You are raising.
You are rose.
Well, anyway. Tell me. You're smiling gently. It's because of you that I've been hiding my grandma. Because I don't know. They said your smile is just.
Your grandma is safe.
My grandma is safe.
She's a mother.
God no go say more.
I said they say one woman, all old woman smile at you like this.
No, we don't do
as
that.
You smile, the woman fall in love.
No, we don't do
for scatter.
We don't do that.
You don't do that. Oh, good guy. God, when will I be smiling like this? On the born way. You're welcome, Jare, my brother. How the Easter celebration be for your side now?
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Pleasure to be here once again. The Easter, been great so far. Eventful, interesting. Though a little bit, tiring because I had to run some errands
due to some oblate level.
Were you there? Were you there?
I wasn't, sir.
Oh, so you dey peep for person house? You dey stay for your own house again, Abi?
No verse.
Oblate level inside somebody's house.
So I can say it's been great so far.
It's been great so far. Yeah. We thank God. All right, so I want to say, though we've done the Easter, but I believe we're still basking in the euphoria of that particular period. So I still want to use this medium to say happy Easter celebration to you all. But we witness more of this on earth. I'm J to the A to the H MIC, JAHMICHEAL, Mr. 223, your love doctor himself, Michael with his source. And I tell you, we're getting bigger every day. There will be no limitations. Remember, 2025. No pressure anybody, so that they no go pressure you, because now what you dish out, now you will get. We go on a short break. When we come back, we go straight to the topic for tonight. All right, you're welcome back, and the program is still Men on Court on Western Spring Television, channel 190 DTT Star Times. You can get past edition of this particular program on YouTube and on or any other platforms on the Western Spring Television. You can just check it out there, and you will see it right there. All right, tonight we'll be talking about a very interesting topic. Thank God you guys are all married. We're talking about family's interference in couples' affairs. When you don't marry, they will say, what God has joined together, let no man put asunder. And the families are expected to, stay clear. Abi? Normally, as soon as they talk.
Is it just family or everybody should stay
Okay, family and friends.
Everybody.
F and F. Everybody just stay away. All right, so let's start with what are the common reasons for family interference in marriage? What can make family say, okay, want to go into your family?
Well, from my own point of view, I don't think family has anything, or even anybody has anything to do in another person's marriage. Normally, because marriage, as we understand it, is a union of two matured people. So I cannot be matured now and be married to somebody and expect somebody else to come and be putting their mouth in our affairs. No, this is not a business of two children. It is when children are fighting that you as an adult to be like, stop fighting, Emma Jam or Emma Shara English, that kind of thing. But in this case, adults are involved. So normal. I don't see any situation that should bring interference of anybody into it. But the kind of society we live in a society whereby it's sad to say that family, especially the family from the husband side, in most cases, actually do put their mouth into the affairs of the marriage.
Wait,
And
from the husband side.
especially, yes, the reason is because they believe that they own the number one, they own the husband, and they believe that the husband is the head of the marriage, which means that their family owns the marriage. So they believe anything that wants to go on in the family, if you as the husband, you are not setting the boundaries clearly, they believe they have the right, they have the ability, they have the access into the household. So they will, that's when you will hear them say stuff like, whatever goes on in the family, you as a wife, come and tell me. They are always ready to come and involve
report to me so
themselves.
we scored him.
Exactly.
the
And
right thing.
when we are talking, if you are saying that adults are the one that is supposed to get married, even if there is going to be a situation in the house of your child that the wife is bringing the matter to you, there is a way to approach it, not the way of letting the husband feel like, okay, it's because I'm still a child. That's the reason why this person is saying
So a
this
lot
kind
of
of
you
thing.
just feel like it's not advisable for family members to poke their noses into your family
They are
affairs.
not needed.
Or if you're saying that, what of in those days? You see a father will get married after giving birth to children. The children too will get married. All of them will be living. I'm talking about communal life way back, and it was working. There was no problem. So why is it bad? Now if you're saying it is wrong, and then they will call the grandpa babanla, and there'll be other baba. Firstborn will be baba kekere, thirdborn, second will be baba kekere keji, baba, and there will be peace in that family, and everybody moves together. So if that can happen, then what is wrong now? Why will he say that it is not, it is not advisable for family to poke their nose into your affairs?
Well, I'll be starting with a contrary view, and this particular view supersedes every other view, especially when you look at hierarchy of needs of man, survivability. You want to survive, and when you are talking about surviving, it's not limited to finance alone, or doing great things in life. It involves your ability to live peacefully. The moment you are in a marriage and there's no peace, and every other avenue or options have been explored to reach a compromise, and nothing seems to be working, the next thing to do is for families to step in, because they were there in the beginning.
In the beginning.
As a matter of fact, marriage is not just the come together of two individuals. It's come together of families.
Two families. Preach it, Papa.
So that is why in an ideal family setting, where there is love, the siblings of the husband can easily come. The sibling of the wife can easily come to the house, live with them, maybe for a couple of weeks or months, and then they go back to their own ways without any issue. That's to tell you how sacrosanct the come together of two families. So in a situation whereby peace is actually being threatened in that home, maybe to the point of domestic violence, where there's physical abuse and all, where you can obviously see that this person, it could be the man. We've had stories of, it's not only women that are being physically abused. We've seen videos of women beating their husband. Although I don't know.
And you can't go report for police station. Hello, Oga, what you do? You're like, Oga, my wife beat me. They go beat you, join for police station.
Obviously, that's not normal. That's not normal. But we've heard of stories like that where it is only the man is always the cool one. The lady is always the
imagine say I marry Kabirat. She can't beat me, can't sit down for my head.
That's a deep one. That's a deep one. So where I'm driving at is the moment peace is threatened and there is no room for peace again, where nobody's coming together to discuss things. In fact, maybe the husband has even left home. The husband is no longer sleeping at home because he's scared, or maybe the wife too can no longer sleep peacefully. That anytime this man comes home, he's going to turn out to a punching bag and all. So that's where the family needs to come in. That, come, young man, when we gave you our daughter, you promised us that you're going to cherish her, respect her, honor her, and protect her. Reverse is the case. The same goes for the man. So that's when families can now come in, round table discussion. What exactly is going on? Talk to us. And we've heard of cases where families come in and we're able to like discover what the root cause of the problem is, and they were
And they
able to solve
resolved
it. Yes.
All right. Talking about siblings the other time,
Mhm.
in some family settings, don't you think such a sibling may be a spy, like, between the family, especially she, I said she, and now those ones, they, no way about me. I see, they spend my money anyhow. See, and can't you see, like some other families, they feel like such a sibling is a spy. What's your take on that?
Now, my take about this is
Because I know you don't even support the issue of family coming around. Okay.
no, I don't have an issue with family coming around, provided we have already stated it that okay, the maximum period of time once each member of the family to use is
Okay.
this. Now, in the case of a sibling turning out to be a spy, the funny thing is, what are you coming to spy? What is it? This is the house. This is my family. My family with my family dynamics. That I'm running the system in my household with my wife and child does not mean that is wrong, even though it is not aligning with what our parents were doing normally. It's not anybody's business. I'm not complaining to anybody that okay, my wife is making me do this, or my wife is complaining to anybody that my husband is making me do this. So believe me sincerely, I really don't see what you are coming
But do you
to
know
spy
that
on.
siblings at times can read meanings to what is not
Of
even happening?
course, yes. Now that's where
Some
you
family
as
members,
that's where you
he
as
gave me
the
food, he
man.
not even put water. Hey, see, my brother has married a wrong woman entirely, and they are living happily, they
JAHMICHEAL,
are living joyfully.
that's where you as the man, the husband in a marriage, that's where you come in. You are not just a husband to a woman. You are, if we are saying that you are protecting your wife as part of what your role is as a husband, it is also you what you do for your wife when it comes to your family as well. Your family, there is no family that wants of course the family will say that they want you to progress, but there is no family that wants a third party or let me say an external person coming in and being your full-time person now. There is no family that always wants to like it. They will say that they accept it, they are happy that the family is increasing, but deep down they believe there is a dynamic nature of the family that is going to be tampered with.
Somebody's gonna be there. There's a third party
Exactly, kind of
already
thing.
around.
So they always see it as before my brother got married, there is this thing we do for us without us asking, or even if we ask for 10,000, we give us 15. Now that he's married, he will not be giving us up to that amount again. But you, as the man that is getting married to a person, you are the one to let them realize that whatever happens, it is not the fault of my wife. This is just a dynamic of what is happening economically with me as an individual. I will still satisfy you people to the best of my ability, but never see it as it is my wife. So you will be the one to fight for for your wife in their presence. Now, that said, in the case of a sibling coming as a spy, there are some battles that as they are starting the battle, you quench the battle immediately from the point it's starting from. The moment you make them feel like they are right, you have destroyed everything. There is nothing your wife can do again that will seem right to them, because you have already looked like you are aligned with your family in the first place. So from the moment one that the so-called spy has already gathered the information, submitted to the appropriate quarters, and then the quarters are trying to come in now, from that moment you quench it off. The moment you do that, they will not even give any credibility to the spy any longer because of how you approached it.
Yeah, okay.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you should fight your family for any reason. No. But you know your family, you understand them, you understand their dynamics, you know how each and every member of your family thinks. So you know how to block all these holes that your wife will definitely not know about. Exactly. So every family, every marriage needs boundaries. I agree with what he's saying that yes, marriage is the union of two families. Yes, the families are going to be there. They're always going to be there.
In fact, when I was getting married, they told us that, you cannot say, they asked me that, they called my wife's elder sister. They asked me, who is she to you? I said, my sister. He asked that too.
Who is it?
Who is
again?
my other brother? So I said, my
My
brother.
brother.
So we see ourselves as brothers and sisters. Our mom is my mom.
Mhm.
My mommy is your mom. So which means,
The family is it. But the family must always, this is my own standpoint. The family, friends, anybody that will be constitute the third party must always know their place. I'm not saying they should not be part of our marriage, but they must know their place.
yeah.
We are not, even though we call ourselves brothers and sisters, my brother cannot barge into my room anyhow, even though we stay inside the same house. So if you cannot do that, now that I'm married, you shouldn't see it as an issue. Let us understand our dynamics.
All right. Just to corroborate what you're saying right now, recently somebody called me that, this man had a wonderful family. According to what he told me, said he had a wonderful family, a lovely wife, a child, that until one of his siblings came around to stay with them. The sibling was now, a sister was now telling his mom something different about the wife, spoiling the wife, saying all those kind of things, to the point that they frustrated the wife. Then when now called him in into the matter, he said instead of defending his wife, he failed to do that. He said it was, but he knew deep down inside himself that this woman didn't do anything until the man got frustrated and she left. So he told me that for like 10, 15 years now, he has not seen his child. Although they spoke, I think that was last year or there, and he said he's frustrated that they brought another girl for him. That girl, that one a wala. Understand what be the problem with his wife. Or say the other girl they bring, don't give her, say that one a wala. Let me ask you, you've talked about how family interference can affect a family positively. You said in terms of conflict resolution.
Yes.
How can it affect a marriage negatively?
Okay. That's quite interesting. Like I said earlier, families can come in, but as much as we may not want to admit it, they play a very significant role, and that is why they help people in the marriage to form opinions. A lady that grew up with her mom for 27, 28 years before getting connected and agreed to marry a man will still have a deep root with the mother. So that's why through gist or many conversations, she would say some things that
Divulge some of the things from
we
the
are planning
house.
to do this, we are planning to do that. And if the mother-in-law is not that mature enough, she can indirectly advise her, give her wrong advice that the woman, may not know, that will probably make her act in such a way that the husband might get angry. So that's to tell you that these things, they play out from time to time. You cannot say because you are married man now, your couple or your partner should distance themselves from their family. It's not possible unless they didn't come from a very solid home. All right. So until it is established that either of the couple are not going to be talking to any of their individual families, there will still be that interference. But it should be subtle. It should be low key. Because if it is not done subtle or low key, it will create problem. That was why I said through wrong advices, it can mess up the plan in the house. That's one. Two, you as a couple, your financial strength, you cannot accommodate another person, a full-grown adult, maybe for a period of time because you guys are struggling. Your income, she knows her income. She may probably not even be working, and the man is one footing the bills. Not that she's lazy, but because of circumstances. But they are not telling you from your own family that your sister, she needs to come and she can you come. If you don't allow that sister come now, it might create enmity in the other extended family. But because you know how you and your husband, you are trying to sort things out. So it is now expected that in that kind of situations, the woman, the man must make sure that these interferences, when they come, they are able to manage them effectively. Know when to cut off your family that, mommy, don't worry, we've sorted the whole thing out. Daddy, am I worried? It is done. Because if that is not done, there will be negativity in that home. It will not start coming like, Do you want me to stay away from my family? I knew them before I
Before
knew
you-
you. You understand? And that will start creating a whole lot of bad vibes, bad energy, and all. So, extended family or any other third party, like you said, should play low key role. For instance, if you are my friend and we are together, married man to married man, I cannot tell you to go and do this. It's not possible. I will just, if I notice that some things are wrong, that I notice, like, okay, bro to bro conversation, G Alpha, I observe something, I think you should look into that stuff. So you understand. I cannot come to your house and tell you that this is how you must do it. It's now left to you to now pick wisdom or even see. I may be seeing it in another way. It might be completely different from what is even happening. You understand? So that is why everybody must know their position. To further buttress his point, there should be clear boundaries. No, don't just know your position. No, they chook mouth unnecessarily into people's matter.
What do you see today's kind of scenario whereby a lady or a guy, a guy, maybe a mommy's boy, tells his mom everything that happens between himself and his wife, or maybe it is the wife. There was a scenario way back. Somebody died. One of my Oga's wives then died. And after like a month, family members came around and they were like, hey, we want to come and pack our daughter's thing. Your daughter's things. She has children. What are you talking about? And she told us she was the one that bought the television, she bought the fridge, she bought this and that. And you guys contributed together to buy so. That one, we sell it and share the money. And eventually they packed all those things. We told them to buy. What is your take on that kind of situation?
No,
Whereby anything that happens in the family, if a member of the family, maybe a man or a woman, tells, I don't want, it's only a grab, if I have a land now, they will never even know. I'll just die like that. My wife will just inherit everything. My family will not know anything. And I've seen situations whereby even the reason why some guys want to do that, they feel like, now so chooks die. They say the day when you die like this, they go check your account and see she there. Your wife don't pack everything. When so then empty the account. The land where the guy live, you don't go sell land, don't go, she not allow family know about her. What is your take?
Originally, when we started the
Conversation,
I defined marriage as the union of two matured minds. Now, I want to add this to it. You, as an individual getting married, either a man or a woman, you are responsible directly, primarily, to your partner, not your family again. Even though we will always respect the position of the family, but whatever goes on in the household is 100% the only person that has the 100% right to know about it is your partner. Now, in the case of we are buying properties, it is between me and my wife. It concerns nobody.
Because now there's a particular public figure, I don't want to mention his name. There was an issue between that family and their child concerning
the
property.
Yeah, we all know the story. Yeah.
Now, going by that particular case, I will always laugh on people like that. I mean the family of that person. Why? This person did not die with all his children. He still has children, surviving children, that at least one of them is an adult. Even if you carry this case to the court will tell you that, okay, you can help this particular child or children to watch over the property till they clock the age of, I think, 18 or 21. So now, this person is having a child that is 21 plus. There is no issue. The property of my father and my mother will transfer to the oldest child in the case of the father and the mother are not there again. So family, Biko, tell me, where are you coming from? Where is your place? So we really should always have these clear definitions. And also, concerning, especially this is going to the ladies in the marriage, there is nothing like, okay, I am married now. I want to buy this. I want to support my husband with this particular thing. We are planning to buy a TV, for example. The TV we want to buy is 1.7, but my husband is having 1 million. okay, I can still add the 700,000. It concerns nobody that you are adding the money. So when you buy it, when you had the money and you buy it, you know that you are buying it for your household, not your family. If you are doing something for your family, when you are alive, do everything you can do for your family. But whatever, I mean, your extended, your parents and siblings now. But every other thing that you are doing for your domestic, your nuclear family, that is your husband and your children, it is for your nuclear family, not the extended family now. So we must always know our places. And again, it brings me back to pointing that let us know our boundaries. You as a couple, know where your limits are. The family should also get theirs. Everybody has the areas where they will operate. He said something about conflict resolution. Believe me sincerely, I'm a very big fan of saying that if there is no issue, there is nothing that should bring my family to come and say that they want to come and resolve matter or they know what is going on in my house. My parent does not need to know if we don't have rice at home. It's not their business. I'm a married man. Before I got married, I believe I can provide for my family. That's why I got married. So if I'm unable to buy rice
But
for
if they give you, you go
breakfast,
collect.
definitely. If they no, don't get me wrong. There's a difference
No, you
between
no collect, no collect, no collect.
JAHMICHEAL.
Mama bring rice,
There's
no
a
collect.
difference
That's a
between
gift.
there is a difference between I
That's a
am
gift.
asking and they are bringing it. Your mother will always be Yoruba will always say that kò sí bọ́mọ ṣe lè dàgbà tó ọmọ ṣì ló máa jẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ àwọn òbí ẹ̀. Your mother will always see you as the baby that she gave birth to, that she nursed for 9 months. She sucked from me. He did this, he did that. She will always see you as such. Either you like it or not. Now, whenever she feels like, this one will be nice in the house of my child, you're not the one asking. She's the one bringing it. Allow her to do it. As a matter of fact, if your marriage is a very sweet one and your family is a very good one, she will not even be giving it directly to you as the son. She will be giving that to your wife. Your wife will only be the one to be giving you the info that when mommy came, it's not even when your mommy came. When mommy came, you will be the one to be like, mommy, she will now tell you that mommy now, our mommy, she will now indicate it that your own mom, when she came, she brought this to the house. Oh, I don't even need to call my mom. You understand my point? Because it is the business of my wife and my mother. Just that she's extending the love that she has for me to my household.
All right.
So there's no big deal at all.
All right. We're going on a short break. When we return, I shall have more to talk about tonight on Men on God. Stay tuned.
Illegal bushmeat is not cool, but it's on sale in our cities, risking extinction and our health. And many of our iconic wild animals are threatened. So please, be cool, say no to illegal bushmeat. And let's make Nigeria better for wildlife and safer for us all. Keep them wild, keep us safe.
You're welcome back. The program is Two Men on Court on Western Spring Television, and you're hanging out with myself and my men in the studios tonight, Devin, doing justice to that topic. We're talking about the family interference in couples' lives. All right, let's talk about some families. You know, the last example I gave was about a lady who died and the family members came around. What about families whereby a man will die? What do you think is wrong with such families? A man will die, and when the man dies, you just see the family members, the men, come around and drive the wife and the children out of the house. Can we say that probably when the man was alive, he was too open to, some people will have siblings. Aburo Mire, my sibling, anything I do, my younger brother must know about it. So my brother younger knows all the lands I have. My younger brother knows about all the cars I have, knows about all my business, he knows about everything. And most times it's usually the younger brother or the other brother. They are the ones who will come around to drive the family out. What can you say about such? Now I'm trying to flip the bottle. I don't talk about women the other time. Now men. It happen for some families like that.
Yeah, you are very, very much right. And I won't blame the society per se, but I will just say things are now upside down. We are losing the touch of family, the whole sense of family. Family is to raise, to build, to protect, to nourish, and to love. That is why we raise the son, you raise the daughter. We now said, okay, these guys, they met each other probably in school or anywhere. They agreed to come together as one. But they've now informed us. We will now do assessment of each other in terms of from what state are they from.
Intermediary.
That's when you now hear that so is from so tribe and state. They don't do this, they do that, they do this. But at the end of the day, individually, we'll come together, we'll do introduction where each family will get to know the core members of the extended family, right? Moments like that, they are not just for pictures or for aesthetics. It's for us to see each other and know that this is whom we are handing our daughter over to. This is the son that will marry our daughter. That's when you will now meet people you are supposed to meet. Now, they are supposed to now protect them, guide them where necessary. But because today now in the society, things you see on social media, you just see people mess around. Nobody wants to, take up that family responsibility roles. Commitment, sacrifices. These things are no longer there. When you are married, as a guy, you were chubby and all, you are not doing bad now, right? Immediately you got married, you started looking like broomstick. Obviously,
they have drained you.
Something is wrong somewhere. If it is not something that you caused by your own hand, then definitely the woman will have a hand in it. In fact, it is believed that as a guy, if you are like a broomstick,
after
immediately you marry, you are supposed to have
your neck must weigh.
Like the way
like tire.
JAHMICHEAL's neck is at the moment. It's not visible. People will not be able to see it, but I can see it from here because we are together here. These are the beauty of marriage, right?
So before I married, I thought you say I don't get this kind
At least it don't increase. It's supposed to increase, it's not supposed to drop. The bar is not supposed to drop.
My people, has it increased? I've been watching me since I even got married. Has it increased? Okay.
So now, when things like that are no longer happening, there is a problem. Enmity is being built. That's when they will start calling the man. Alpha, the younger brother or the other brother start gisting. Alpha, my brother, Alpha, hope everything is okay. Hope you are all right. By default, the man may not be able, they may not want to protect the wife, may not want to say some things, but everybody knows wisdom. You'll be able to decipher some things, right? All these things are building resentment, building problem. People just don't die. We heard of the case of a guy, a popular young artist that died. We all know him. With the baby, the lady, the father was going around. Now they don't even know the cause of the death of that young man. Look at the father-in-law fighting the daughter-in-law. So these are the problem. So from the beginning, go and check it. These issues are always there, but because they are not addressed and because of the individual families are not ready to solve this issue.
So which means if there are conflicts and if they are not well addressed from the beginning, it can come back later.
So that is why in an ideal setting where each family, the honest truth is, the two families, extended family, will not 100% agree at once. Over time, they now start understanding each other.
For example, now for wedding day,
yes, they do give me.
Mommy, mommy come up for a year. We don't give enough food.
Everybody grew up with different beliefs and all. So over time, the love is supposed to start coming in. They start understanding each other. Truly, you offended me so day, but it was not that way. Emma Binu, you call me. And is because of our children. We are doing all this. Mommy, that's when the mother-in-law A will be sending the other mother-in-law B gifts.
Just to
appreciate each other. So that's supposed to be the ideal set. But now, the sacrifice is no longer there. People are seeing things on social media rather than taking the pain to help these people navigate their troublesome times. They will not be the one that is even fanning it that, if it's no longer doing it. So now, tragedy now struck. The man had died. They will instantly take
you collect
over
woto.
everything.
Our child is not there. You collect
Do you know
woto.
the interesting thing? Even if they are not aware of all the proper, because ideally, if you are a man, there are some things that you cannot hide from your extended family, obviously, because you cannot build a house now and say you want to cover it. They will see it. It could be that maybe your elder brother has built his, and you just needed his insight, his contractors and all that. So you have to carry them along. That does not mean that you tell them that this is the amount I used to know, just to let them know that this is what is going on. You understand? So they may not know about all the property even when the man was alive. But the moment the man is dead, they start sniffing, they start asking, they start tracking, to the point that some of them will be following the woman to know where she has been going, whom she has been visiting and all that. So it is totally wrong. But to address instances like this, to address issues like this, extended families must take the pain to help each other grow in love.
All right. I want to talk about.
You go ahead.
Okay.
I believe there's one perspective to it. The other perspective I believe plays out is the perspective of the family is just a greedy family. There are some families, there is nothing that their child can do. You will always hear them say stuff like, he has more. He's not just doing it for us because of his wife. Not that they have an issue with the wife. Not that the wife has already done anything to them bad in any ways. But they just feel like, no, we should have more. We should have more. We should have more.
Like Oliver Twist.
The moment the man dies, either the wife likes it or not, they will definitely come.
The greedy family, greedy uncles.
Either you had issues
aunties
with them before or not, they will come as soldiers now.
And those kind of people, they fight for their papa property when he die. Man, where they okay, we make, we don't get money. If papa die, you say, I share, but give me that agbada. I like that agbada that I used to wear. Just give me that agbada. Go and share the remaining thing. But now those uncle we don't get shishing, and then when they put mouth, put nose. Waiting papa get, waiting. Now them they do like that.
Them.
Greedy
exactly.
uncles.
So greedy family members will be the ones to do that.
Or if I'm not talking about boundaries. I want to refer us to some cases. Remember the case of Emmanuel Eboe,
Okay.
that footballer. I want to compare with the story of Hakim Ziyech. They are both footballers. You may not know at home.
Hakimi.
Is that Ashraf Hakimi?
Hakimi.
Yes.
I know probably his first name or last name is
Akraf Hakimi.
Yes, sorry. Ashraf Hakimi.
PSG.
Yeah, Hakimi and Emmanuel Eboe. Eboe as a person,
that's a retired.
he's the kind of guy who will be playing ball. He'll be doing something, and the wife will
yes.
just come around because he doesn't speak English. He happens to be a French player from Ivory Coast.
Yes.
The wife will come around and say, baby, we need to sign for so thing. Baba will just sign, bam, don't go, bam. Before knowing anything, Baba don't sign everything we can get for life, including their only child. Signed everything out. Let's now go to Ashraf Hakimi. When they want divorce, when don't they happen, where they have to share the property. When they go check Baba account, they don't see Shingbai there. Property, they don't see Shingbai. All of the property, everything in my man name in carry. And now we say family shouldn't interfere. Let's look at that. The advantage of family interference.
Okay.
In that kind of situation.
No, in that
which
kind
one
of
would you
situation.
prefer? Because of what I'm talking about what is happening now.
Yes,
the kind of
you.
ladies we're having, the kind of men we're having now.
Yes.
So don't you think family should be allowed to know about this one? I know what
JAHMICHEAL, if you sit Akraf Hakimi down like this and ask him some questions, he will let you realize that it is not from day one that he started putting the property under his mother's name. He had a change of opinion about the person he got married to when he saw how the woman is doing. It's as simple as that. It is as simple as that. No marriage will start from where I'm still trying to see if this person is good or not. No, we are coming together based on the mutual agreement and mutual love that we feel for each other.
No, be everybody get mutual love. Some men they beg
woman for commitment. I will always say that. What are they doing?
Where they beg?
I will always say that. What are they
beg
doing?
woman
We know.
for commitment.
In that case,
if
that kind woman do anything to you, will you say that she's at fault? The answer is no. But we are talking of ideal
Yeah,
situations
this
now where
situation. Yeah.
I see this woman, I love this woman, and the woman also reciprocate towards me. And then we see that, oh, we are good together, we can continue by getting married. And then we are married. We will start right. When I want to buy pencil, I will tell her, babe, I want to buy this pencil. The pencil, I believe, is going to be good for us, this, that, this, and that. We will go there together. When she wants to buy something too, she will. But as time goes on, when you start noticing some patterns, that's when you start making some decisions. The same thing happened to Israel Adesanya, the boxer.
Yeah.
He did the same thing.
They can't collect from the guy.
Exactly.
Say,
That okay. Since you brought the guy, do you want him to die? He has nothing, so you have to be the one to. It is the same case. So it is when you start seeing these patterns that you be like,
you feel when you start seeing things, you need to let your people know.
Of course, because you really don't know what this can end up
to. Go you.
She fits. Some people are that desperate.
When she's becoming greed.
They are that desperate. So when they see that, okay, this person, now I'm already noticing a pattern with my wife, for example, that, okay, whenever I buy this and we want to do this, there's a way she do around it. There's a way she does. I have complained about it to her. And she has always been like defensive of whatever she's doing. Obviously, I know that, okay, as time goes on, if anything should go bad between us, this is going to be the standpoint of this person.
When I waiting those guys when they carry their wife go abroad, maybe when they can't reach abroad, they can't deport them, or maybe they go chase them come off for house. Then they see them for, then they see the red flag. Yeah, before they carry their wives go abroad.
Now, mumu them. I'm sorry, very sorry to say that. People have the mentality, or let me say orientation, of saying that, okay, they are like this because they are in Nigeria. When they leave these environments, they will change. It's not possible. You cannot say that, okay, this is bad water.
Go where they get right.
You cannot say that this is a bad water in Oshogbo. You now carry that. If I should carry this bad water to Abuja, it will change.
No, the breeze will blow it too.
Okay,
the breeze. When the breeze blow into the water,
nothing will happen. Nothing. Instead of it to even get better, it will even get worse. It's as simple as that. Because just like you said, they have more rights over there. And the truth of the matter is that it's actually not that they have more rights. That environment is just a civilized environment that understands the rights of each individual. The same thing can play here.
But I didn't get right fast.
The same thing can actually play here. But the way we run our system is a very biased one in this part of the world. But that's not a topic for today. But in that environment where the system seems like it works with them very well, they will definitely take the advantage of it.
Now, before we go, because our time is running out, you talked about something the other time about conflict not resolved, now getting bigger later. How do you resolve such conflicts? Mommy, mother-in-law, daughter-in-law, son-in-law, the whole family. How do you go about resolving such matter?
Ideally, in most cases, conflict should not even get to the extended family level. Because even in the mouth, the tongue and the teeth, they fight, but they resolve it without having to complain to the other part of the body.
When they bite the teeth, bite tongue.
Yes.
So they chop meat.
Everybody will just have to reassess their system and all. So there'll be conflicts in marriage, even in normal friendship. There are bound to be conflicts once in a while. But when there is understanding, when there is communication, most of this will be resolved. But let's now say in cases where the conflicts were not resolved at family level, at the couple's level, taken to extended family, the ideal thing to do is, at first, if you are a man, if the father of the lady is still alive, is the best person to approach first.
You're talking about couples issue.
Yes.
For me, I'm talking about family, extended family versus maybe the son-in-law. Extended family or sibling versus brother-in-law.
Everything is interwoven, because you cannot be fighting me, my extended family, like the son-in-law is fighting.
That's the problem.
They cannot be fighting me, and my wife should not feel concerned. They cannot be fighting my wife, and I should not feel concerned.
Because they are a team.
Exactly. So what should actually happen in normal instances is that, in fact, let's even agree and understand this thing. Extended family will always come in different form. their opinions will come, their advices will come, their suggestions will come. It is now the couple that will now calm down, look at the one they can diplomatically take and the one they can, put away. Now, when it comes to conflict resolution, if it is getting to the point whereby the extended family of the husband is indirectly ganging up against the wife, that marriage is already heading to doom. If it is the extended family of the wife ganging up against the husband, even the wife will not enjoy the husband. So, in a proper setting, that's why I'll go back to what I said initially, that extended families should help this couple grow. We need to probably go back to the roots. Like, people are no longer ready to do anything again. They just want to fly, they just want to enjoy and all. Their commitments, their sacrifices. You have been there before them. You need to guide them, because at the end of the day, you've spent 28 years, 29 years with your family. Now you are starting a lifetime journey where you probably spend additional 30, 50 years and more
60, 70,
with your husband. So imagine someone that is just growing up. Even a toddler did not start working in a day. So that's why at the early stages there will be friction. There's this popular saying that the first 5 years of marriage for young people is always very, very has a lot of conflicts. But after that 5 years, if they don't still understand each other, at least to cover the enough ground, then there is a fundamental problem. Because within that 5 years, they are still trying to understand each other.
Your wife.
Yes, work-wise, family values, finance, savings, investment, the sex life, and all that thing. Maybe the style you're supposed to be using and not using
preferences and everything.
You understand?
Your molecule. So
after that 5th year, if things are still no longer aligning, then there is a fundamental problem. Then the extended family can come in. And when there is a case of life and death, please don't hesitate. Call your people.
Call them.
Because if you don't mind, you don't go with that.
You have gone. You have to add something before we go, because I still have one very big question before we end this show. Within 2 minutes, add something to what he's saying right now.
Conflict in marriages should not get to the point whereby the extended family will come to play. But the extended family will always come to play in situations whereby, if, just like you said, the let's say the groom's family are the ones ganging up against the wife. Now, what will make that matter to go further than it should go is the position of the husband. If you as the husband, you don't stand in the position of defending your wife against your family, that matter will go. It will go beyond what you can think. If care is not taken, it will end in divorce. Because you cannot expect a family also not to stand up for their child. It's not possible. And the moment that happens, the family will fight the family. The husband and the wife are not.
So family and family
at home.
family and family.
By default, the best thing is let's go our separate ways. But when either your parents, either the groom's parents or the bride's parents are bringing up an issue, not even just parents, the family as a whole,
siblings
are bringing up an issue, you as either the bride or the husband stand your position. You are defending your house. You are seeing it as this, my family are bringing this battle against my husband. If you sit down to think very well, it is not against your husband alone. It is against your house, you and your husband.
And
so you have to
wise
defend
woman,
that household.
A wise woman builds her home, abi?
Yes.
The one way to get sense.
We don't want to destroy it.
Lastly, before I go, final question. We don't want 1 minute. If you find your brother or wife, you catch her when they cheat. When family not supposed to interfere. You catch her and they cheat for somewhere. Will you tell your brother?
If I catch my brother's wife,
your brother wife say you catch her for one place where you don't expect, they cheat. Will you tell your brother?
In fact, I will make sure I have enough evidences to back it up.
Family should not interfere now.
I said when it is a case of life and death. Because that's a case of life and death.
Directly to get to it.
The two of them that they are cheating among themselves, they can gang up and kill
your brother.
Exactly.
So that's a life-threatening situation.
Exactly.
You go.
I think I support him.
I'm a bunny boy. Now
there is a way to do this.
Okay.
Now, for me, the first person I will actually have a sit down with is the wife.
Why?
And the basic reason is because before I can be able to do that, it means that there is a kind of friendliness within the family. That's when I'll call her. Auntie, calm down, sit down. What happened? is it that my brother has been doing something that
Or he's not
Now-
eating the molecule. He's not
exactly. Now, from that conversation, I will know the actual issue that led you to what
doing
you
that.
did.
Or you may
But again, thinking about it again,
Yeah.
we have established it on this show before that a woman that started cheating is gone. So in that
A
case,
cheater is a cheater.
in that case,
yeah.
my brother must know. But the approach that I will take will definitely not be the one that my brother will be able to point, or the wife will be able to point. That will be like, this is the
You
person that destroyed
destroyed
our
our home.
house.
Ah,
I will not do that.
Thank you guys for coming on the show today.
welcome.
You guys now I did the same side. If not me too, I will go and look for where in the Bible I will quote the Bible verse, send it to my brother in the morning, early in the morning, like
Boy,
prayer.
be like,
Like one go
say,
read down.
Cankerworm is shopping your house.
Which kind of prayer be this? Which kind of prayer be this? In early in the
Cankerworm
morning.
will not shop our
If you
house.
like,
It's a
decode the
dedication.
prayer. Or if you like, don't decode that, but I don't talk my own. No.
Exactly.
It will not see something they
Something's
happen.
happening.
I thank you very much, guys, for coming on the show.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to
Thank
be
you,
here.
Imprint. Thank you,
It's
Timmy.
always a great
All right,
time.
next week is going to be another time on this program. I want to say my big thank you to the entire crew of this program. You guys are wonderful. Next week is going to be another time. We'll be coming with another lovely topic again. I am J to the A to the H, MIC, JAHMICHEAL, Mr. Titi, your love doctor himself, saying, have a lovely night rest. Love you. Mwah.
Achewo somebody.